guys, in today's video I wanted to share with you some skincare products that I've really been loving so far in 2020. Some of these I've talked about in other videos, but many of them are kind of new to me and my skincare routine, and you may see them in my empties videos, and they're products that I think you might find useful. The first product is one that I actually don't use myself, but has made its way onto my list of recommended over-the-counter benzoyl peroxide products that I give to patients with acne who I want to purchase an over-the-counter benzoyl peroxide product. And that is the CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser. Now, I reviewed this for you guys a little while ago, and in that video, I compared it to the other benzoyl peroxide wash that I love, Panoxyl. And you'll recall I mentioned how I felt as though Panoxyl is much better for the body, whereas this is a good option for the face, and I still agree with that. I personally use benzoyl peroxide washes on my body, so I'm still using Panoxyl under my armpits as kind of a deodorant, as I've explained in other videos. But anyways, this has made its way onto my list of over-the-counter options for benzoyl peroxide for acne patients, and I'm finding that people are really liking it and tolerating it well. It's proven itself to be a good option, in particular for people who have acne that's really dry, which is not uncommon, and don't get along well with benzoyl peroxide. But benzoyl peroxide is a pretty valuable ingredient in acne management. I think it's a good option for people with dry acne who are looking for a benzoyl peroxide wash that they can hack. Give this a try, it's pretty good. I mentioned it's not great for the body just because the way the vehicle is, it's a little bit more, it's a little slippery, and it doesn't make kind of a coating on the skin, so it doesn't allow you to do a mask on your body, which is how I like to use these washes for things like BO in the armpits and whatnot. So I still use Panoxyl myself, and I still recommend it, but this has made its way onto my list, and it's really proven itself in 2020. Product number 2 is one that I showed in a recent vlog, and I've really been loving this year. It's actually my second tub of it so far, so you'll see the first empty of it probably in my next skincare empties video, but I repurchased it. It's the CVS Clear Zinc Lotion SPF 50. Now, this is a combination sunscreen, and by combination I mean it has zinc as well as a chemical filter in it, so it's mineral with the zinc and then chemical with the chemical filter, which is octocrylene. And I've recommended and used many combination sunscreens before, like the Dermatologist sunscreen that I use and love is a combination sunscreen. The nice thing about these is that they have zinc, but they tend to have less of a white cast than their plain zinc counterparts. This one is free of added fragrance. It's really inexpensive, and it's water resistant. It does leave a little bit of a cast, but it's pretty mild. It's not bad at all. It looks honestly very similar to just about any other combination sunscreen, like the Dermatology one. I always get a little bit of a tiny white cast with a shine. This is definitely shiny, but I kind of like that shine, and I don't mind the white cast because it's very, very subtle on my skin type. If you have a darker skin type, I still think this is a good one to consider. I think the cast will be acceptable to many of you with darker skin types, but maybe not for all of you. And therefore, if you get this and find that the cast just doesn't work for you, it's still a great sunscreen that you could use on your body, on your legs, on your hands, or whatnot, in places maybe not as visible as your face that still needs sun protection. And it's actually very moisturizing, and it stays in place really well. It's also, because it is a water resistant sunscreen, I find that when I put it around my eyes, it stays in place well for running and whatnot. It doesn't run into my eyes with sweat. So I really love this, strongly recommend it, very affordable, and it's a great one. Speaking of sunscreens that don't run into the eyes and are fantastic around the eyes, I've really been loving, and I'm surprised, I was a little resistant to get into using this. It's the Clear Daily Face and Body SPF 40 sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen. It's zinc oxide, and I was assuming that the cast on this would be pretty heavy, but it's actually not. I'm wearing it right now so that you guys can see what it looks like, and I don't have a tinted sunscreen on over as I normally do because I wanted you guys to be able to see what it looks like. So, you know, it's shiny, as are many of the sunscreens that I use and like, but I think the cast is really good for a mineral only sunscreen. So if you're looking for one, give this one a try. It's a little on the pricier side. Like it says, it's very moisturizing, so it works well on the face. It also works well on the body. This brand is cruelty-free. Because it is a mineral-only sunscreen, it's going to be a good choice for people with sensitive skin who find that a lot of the chemical filters in sunscreens burn or sting. It's going to be a good choice for trying out around your eyes. Even if you try this and you put it on your face and you're a darker skin type and you're like, she said there was no cast to this, but I can still see a cast. Still, try it around your eyes. This is a great choice for around the eyes. People don't put sunscreen around the eyes and they really need to. And this one is one that will not sting around your eyes, so you definitely get a lot of use out of it around your eyes and perhaps elsewhere on the body. I've been using it though and love it. And it doesn't sting, it doesn't burn, it's fragrance free. What else can I say about it? This is also a great choice for people with acne prone skin, sensitive acne prone skin, dry acne prone skin, or even oily, although you'll hate the shine. Because there aren't a lot of oils in this that can sometimes aggravate acne. There are instead silicones, which are great for more oily skin types, tend to feel less greasy, and I agree. I don't find that this feels greasy, although I'm sure many people will say this is too shiny, it makes me look oily, but I love it. So I've really been enjoying this and I've been using it. I am still using my Dermatology SPF 45 though. I use that daily, but you guys know I reapply at least 3 times a day. And I've been spending a lot more time this past few weeks in the car, a little bit more time, so I've been doing an additional application, and so I've been going through my sunscreen a little bit more quickly. All right, so those are 2 sunscreens that I've really been liking so far this year. So I finished up the clear oil-free facial moisturizer that I was using in my skincare routine at nighttime, and I have since started using and really have been enjoying The Ordinary's Natural Moisturizing Factors Plus HA. I showed this in my Ulta video, was it last week? I reviewed this a while ago, but it has a variety of different humectants in it. It has different sugars, it also has some amino acids, and it has urea. Humectants and moisturizers function to hold on to water. So that's what those do. But the urea in this also helps in addressing your skin barrier. It helps your skin barrier to begin to be better, in a sense. I reviewed urea as an ingredient, so you can watch that if you want to know more of the salient features of urea in skincare products. But this also has that, and it has ceramides, which when applied to the skin can, again, help your skin barrier remember to be a little better. Love that. It is free of added fragrance. It has a variety of fatty alcohols, which can help seal in that water that the humectants are holding on to. I find that this really is comfortable to wear, and it's just been a nice top coat moisturizer for everyday nighttime use. I've really been enjoying it, and I don't know why I didn't give this another chance. I reviewed it in the past and was kind of like, whatever, but I've really been liking it. How does it compare to CeraVe Moisturizing Cream in the tub? I don't believe this has niacinamide in it. I could be wrong about that, but I don't believe this has niacinamide. So if you find that that stings or burns, give this a whirl. I find that this goes on and leaves a lot more luminosity to the skin than CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. This almost gives your skin kind of a radiant, dewy look. You may not like that, but this does that. But speaking of moisturizing products, I've always talked about using hyaluronic acid underneath moisturizers to amp up hydration in the skin. And I've also talked about a lot of different active ingredients and different cosmeceutical serums that are helpful in skincare routines for increasing hydration and moisture. And a product that I've been using this year nightly and I love and I really am enjoying is the Necessaire The Body Serum. This is a hyaluronic acid serum similar to Neutrogena Hydro Boost, but in addition to hyaluronic acid, it has a variety of other ingredients. It has niacinamide, which can help in calming down redness, is anti-inflammatory, and can actually help your skin cope with some of the damaging effects of ultraviolet radiation. In addition to that, it has gluconolactone, a polyhydroxy acid that can soften rough patches lightly and very gently exfoliate the skin in a way that very sensitive skin types actually can tolerate. And polyhydroxy acids, in addition to doing that, also function as humectants to hold on to water in the skin. And it also has marula oil in it, which is an emollient that I've reviewed for you guys before, and it's frequently sold by itself and often be very expensive. But marula oil is in this as well. This also has ceramides in it, which again, when applied to the skin, will help your skin barrier kind of remember to get its act together. And it also has glycerin, a wonderful humectant. It has a really nice pump packaging, which I prefer to those obnoxious dropper bottles. I find it's much easier to use. I just think this packaging is a lot smarter and more conscientious. It's also something you can recycle. The other reason I prefer this packaging to the jars and the droppers is that I like to use products like this to wet skin immediately when I step out of the shower to really capitalize on the humectants. Let them grab onto that water that's on the surface of my skin. And once I put it on, then I seal it in with a moisturizer like this ordinary one. I've been using these two together in my nighttime skincare routine. And therefore, the pump packaging is nice because if you have to deal with a jar or a little dropper bottle when you're stepping out of the shower, it's very easy to drop that jar or those little dropper bottles. You have to screw the cap on and whatnot. I just find they're more difficult to work with. This is nice. It's protected from the water. So if you put it right on the edge of your tub, when you step out of the shower, you can use it right away and you don't have to worry about the water dripping off your skin and getting into the jar. So I just find that it's really nice to use. And it's intended for the body, but I use it on my face and I also use it to areas of the body where I want added hydration. After opening, this will last you 1 year. So I think it's a great value and I recommend it. I know the price may put you off a little bit at $45, but remember, it's 5.1 ounces and there are multiple active ingredients in this, which on their own would be sold for, I don't know, $6, $7 per ounce, depending on the maker. You may wonder how that differs from the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Fragrance-Free Body Lotion that I've also recommended. That's a fantastic product that likewise you can use on your face and use to areas of the body where you want targeted extra hydration. But that product only has hyaluronic acid in it as its active sort of moisturizing ingredient, whereas this has a variety of others. So that one's really inexpensive and a great value, and I definitely recommend it. But this just delivers a lot more ingredients that you may be interested in incorporating into your skincare routine, and an all-in-one product. I think you can get a lot of use out of, and it's still a good value. So I recommend it, and I've really been enjoying it. All right, another product that I want to recommend to you guys to consider is a cleansing oil that I've been trying out and really enjoying this year. It's by Curel, the Japanese brand Curel, which they now sell in Ulta, but they don't actually sell this product. I got this on YesStyle. And this is a cleansing oil that has mineral oil. It's really the only oil, and I believe it also has castor oil in it. And it also has a variety of different polyethylene glycol compounds. So you put this on your face and work it up into a lather, and then you can either use water or a gentle cleanser to rinse it off as a makeup remover. I use it to remove my mascara and water-resistant sunscreen. It works really well. It's free of added fragrance. I've really been enjoying it. It's not too expensive. And you all know I've always loved the Hada Labo cleansing oil. This differs from that in that really the only oil in this is mineral oil and then the hydrogenated castor oil, whereas the Hada Labo I believe has jojoba oil in it and olive oil. And you know, both products work equally well. You may wonder about the olive oil and the Hada Labo one because I've talked about how olive oil can increase transepidermal water loss, but remember that's in case of a moisturizer, a product that you're going to leave on the skin with the intent of moisturizing. In a product where you're going to use it to cleanse and wash and you're going to rinse off, it's not an issue. But different natural plant oils can aggravate some people's acne. Some people are irritated by them easily. So if that's you and you want to try a cleansing oil, I recommend the Curel one. It's actually quite good and works just as well. All right, and then lastly, a product that I've talked about in other videos, but I've been using a lot more lately. I repurchased it. Is the Skin Smart Antimicrobial Eczema Therapy Spray. I call this a shower in a bottle because lately I've been in a situation a number of times, where I go to the gym or I go to a workout and I can't take a shower right away. And so I want to get the sweat off. I don't want the sweat and the bacteria on my skin to start mixing together and, you know, smelling funky. This is a dilute solution of hypochlorous acid and sodium chloride. It's basically a glorified, very dilute bleach solution. And that might shock you, but actually in dermatology, we recommend to people with eczema a fair amount, something called bleach baths, which are basically a very, very, very dilute solution of bleach that the patient soaks in. This helps in removing bacteria that colonize the skin of people with eczema, certain strains of staph that can aggravate their eczema. It can definitely help in their disease. So this product was kind of formulated along those lines, but I find that it's great to spray on your body after you've worked out in sweaty areas like on your armpits, around the rear end area. If you can't get in the shower right away, you know, just kind of in that in-between time. This is great. It will kind of disinfect the skin in a gentle way. It's not like using an antibiotic on your skin. The bacteria on your skin cannot become resistant to this, but it just helps in cutting down on that microbial burden. But this can be left on your skin. So, you know, it's very gentle. It's not gonna cause problems. If you use too much of it or you rely solely on this, eventually it will start drying out your skin a little bit. And it does kind of faintly smell of bleach, but I'm telling you, as a quick fix where you can't get in the shower right away, you know those situations, this is really helpful and I recommend it. It's super handy to just throw in your gym bag. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that this year more than in the past, just because some of the things in my routine have changed up a little bit. And I'm finding that it's really convenient as a shower in a bottle, so to speak. But anyways, guys, yeah, those are just some products that I'm really loving this year so far. You may see in my empties video, but comment below if there's anything new in your skincare routine that you've been liking and enjoying. I always love hearing your feedback. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.